You know what I want for Christmas? A niffler.
Don't we all?
I want one.
Fenestra.
I want one. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
And this is our retro review for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The fun thing about this review is we already reviewed this movie a little while back, right when it came out on the big screen.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Wow, so Durbania was still pretty brand new.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Early
Anyway,
on.
yeah, it was really early on. So we haven't even gone back to watch that review.
No, because we wanted to come into this untainted.
Yes.
In case our review might have changed some over the time. I don't think mine has changed, but...
We just didn't want to borrow from anything we already said, and if we're going to say something again, we'd rather it be something natural than like, stop the camera. I already said that in the other review, so it's like, it'll be fun after we do this review to go back and compare the two, because watching it this time around was our third time ever watching it.
Yes.
So it was kind of interesting to dive right back into it after a long break, having not seen it for a long time, with a fresh pair of eyes, and...
Yep.
Let's see what we get out of it this time. And then, Saturday, I got my theological analysis for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them coming out. So, lots of Fantastic Beasts talk as we lead up to this new one. So, Laura, let's start with you.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't as thrilled with this one. And I believe that I felt this way about it the entire time. It's not my favorite in the franchise of Harry Potter. Since it's the first one in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, maybe we'll see. I don't know. I had a hard time connecting with everybody but Jacob.
Jacob, to me, was like the best part of the movie.
Yes, but maybe it's because we're muggles.
Maybe it's because we're no-mages.
Oh, no.
This is America now. We are the no-mage. We are not the muggle. We are the no-mage.
I don't care.
Yeah, that was... I don't know. It was just kind of a lame name.
Yeah, I'm like, they could have come up with something more creative than no-mage.
But the concept as a whole was pretty cool. Because So we just gone through 8 Harry Potter movies where we've only seen this universe confined to the school.
Yes, and that area of London. But
yeah. But now it's cool to not only take it to another country, to another time period. Yeah. I thought it was so cool to see, like, adult wizards outside of school being wizards and stuff. Like, that was really cool.
But then it had that 20s vibe.
So I will say, for, like, the third time watching this through, I had a little bit different experience than the first time. Okay. Because the first time, I think the real thing that kept me from connecting was Newt Scamander himself. Not that the actor did the worst job, it's just he played somebody that was so introverted and so disconnected from other people and he did it so well that I didn't feel like I could connect to him.
Mm-hmm. And the one scene where you connect with him is when he tells Jacob, he's like, a lot of people find me off-putting.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, good, I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly where we're at. But I feel like, for me, from the first to the third time, the first time I was disappointed because I was expecting more Harry Potter type feel.
Right.
And I did not get that the way I wanted to.
Right.
And so this time, the third time we watching it, it's been almost a year and a half since we saw it last. And I enjoyed it more just because I knew what I was getting into ahead of time, but I still didn't love it.
Yeah. See, and I enjoyed it more because I knew Newt was having a hard time connecting with people and that I was going to go into this and not be able to fully connect with him. And because I was able to relax and kind of be like expecting what his character was going to give me, I enjoyed his character more.
Well, and one thing's on this time that I realized is I felt like a lot of it was rushed. Like, when we meet the animals in his briefcase.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, that went by so fast. And when we were going to catch the 3 technically 4 that escaped.
The first time we watch
that went so fast.
Well, the first time we watch it, it's brand new. So it's like, whoa, look at what's all in his suitcase.
Yeah, but it's just, a lot of it, I'm wondering if a lot of my reason for not connecting with him is because I didn't get to know him well enough.
Right.
And so, and especially when they knew, I don't know if they knew when they first made the first one if they were going to do 5 movies. But if they did, they should have spent more time connecting you with them. Kind of like they did with Harry Potter 1. It's like you grew to love these kids.
Yeah. I feel like the potential is there for us to grow to love all these characters. I really do. Because this time, going into this film, expecting what I was going to get from Newt, I enjoyed Newt a whole lot more. Like, I was able to connect with him, not fully, because, he's kind of a disengaged character, but I was still able to connect with him better than the first time.
Same here.
And now, because I have this expectation, I feel like going into this second movie, I'm going to be able to connect with him a little bit better and not be so like, I can't, what is wrong with this guy? Yes. He can't look up. It's like, oh, okay. I can expect that from him. And so now I feel like, since I enjoyed this movie a whole lot more watching it the third time through, because I really did, I feel like I will enjoy the second one now, because my expectations are different.
I'm hoping so.
Yes.
I really am hoping so, because if this one doesn't go over well, then I'm going to be not looking forward to the remainder of them.
Yes. And then, Jacob.
Jacob is the best character.
He is the best character.
Probably because we relate the most with him.
Maybe.
We would be no-mages.
He's the no-mage whose eyes we see everything through. But, I mean, it's that laugh. And just that awesome laugh that he has in all those various scenes. It's just, I don't know. He's such a fun character that... I feel like he's the lead. Even though it's all about Newt Scamander and it's all about what he does and all that stuff, there's something about Jacob that, since really we're getting introduced to this world with him, because this is his first time experiencing the wizarding world, I really felt like I was with him and encountering all of that stuff for the first time.
And I will say, although both women I thought did well, I obviously am not, I was never really super connected with them.
Right.
So I know they're going to be in this next one, so I'm hoping... I feel more of a connection with both of them.
I hope Jacob and his girlfriend, like, all his memory comes back, and so, like,
I know.
They
Did his memory come back? I'm curious. When he saw her?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe something about the moment. There was a charm in his memory react. Because, all of his pastries were the shapes of the, Fantastic Beasts and stuff.
And the thing is, she can read minds. So the question is, does she have the ability to maybe put something in someone's mind? So, I mean...
They did not indicate that in the movie.
They did not indicate that, but it doesn't mean it couldn't happen.
Beyond that, though, like, I felt like this movie leans on us heavily knowing Grindelwald from the Harry Potter books and the few scenes he was in the Harry Potter movie. Like, I feel like, because Grindelwald is such a small part, because he's disguised himself as Graves the entire way through, so we don't really know that that's Grindelwald, but I'm sitting here watching this, like, I feel like this movie's indicating... I should go into this knowing more about Grindelwald, and I should be like...
Well, in the intro, they have all the newspaper, and it talks about Grindelwald being a dark wizard.
Yeah, but that's so hard to read. It goes...
Oh, yeah, the first time seeing it, if you're not able to stop and look at it, but you're supposed to pick up that Grindelwald's a bad dude.
Yes.
And if you've watched the Harry Potter movies, and you saw that Voldemort was a bad dude, now this guy, in the books, you hear he's not as bad as Voldemort, so you can assume... This was the Dark Wizard that was, the precursor to Voldemort. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but he was a bad dude, and you knew that because of all the different things that are going on in those newspaper articles. And if you had read the books, you heard more in the books than you did in the movies about him.
I just remembered seeing it on the big screen, and when Graves, they made his face peel away, and you saw it was Johnny Depp underneath. Everybody in the theater was like, "Ooh!" And I was like, "What? What?" What?
You didn't realize it was Johnny Depp at first, right?
No!
Yeah, that's
I didn't even recognize that it was Johnny Depp at first.
I didn't even know Johnny Depp was in these movies until that reveal happened.
And then I was like, oh, I get it. So he's the big baddie, and he was this guy. Like, it took a second for all of that to register, and I guess I'm kind of embarrassed that I didn't recognize Johnny Depp at first. But in my defense, the dude, the hair and all that stuff. He looked very different. So,
and I don't know. I'm very curious to see him play in the next movie.
I am too.
It's hard for me to see him in the wizarding world, even though he easily can be. But I'm very excited about Jude Law as Dumbledore.
Yes, I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with Jude Law's Dumbledore and how they're going to weave him into all of this. And
it has to be good. For this first movie to be better, the second one has to be really good.
I agree. This next one really does have to be good. Knowing that there's going to be 4 more of these things total, this next one really does need to pull me in and engage me. The first one isn't bad. And watching it the third time through with the right expectations, I thought it was fun.
Yes.
So I'm expecting the second one to be fun, but if you want me in for 4 more movies, I need the second one to be more than that and really pull me right in.
And if you're like us and you only saw the first one once and you didn't love it because go try it again before the next one comes out if you're planning to see the next one, just because it gives it when you know what's expected, it's a much smoother ride.
I agree.
In the movie.
Yes. So after Fantastic Beasts 2, we're going to go through and take all these Potterverse movies and rank them worst to best. So that's coming up here soon. What did you think of Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? What is your favorite movie in the Potterverse so far? Let's talk about that in the comments, and hit the subscribe button so you're notified for my next theological analysis, like my Fantastic Beast analysis coming out here this Saturday, or any ranking video, movie reviews, trailer reactions, anything else we do here. Hit that bell so you're notified as soon as that drops. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
Thanks for checking out Durbania.